If a prospect throws out an objection, I'm not sure this will work for me, it means one of three things. And you not understanding which one is costing you deals. Come over here, I'm going to show you what this means and how to reply to that. So what causes a prospect to say this to you? Now, why is it important for you to understand why a prospect gives you any objection? Because if you don't understand why they're giving you the objection, you're at a disadvantage on how to help them overcome it. You're just reacting to it. And I know you want to master this, and you know you can't react to it. You have to be strategic. You're not playing checkers, you're playing chess now with me, okay? So here's the reasons. That means they have uncertainty in their mind. Now, uncertainty in what though? Okay, it could be an uncertainty in you that you can deliver what you promised. It could be uncertainty in your product, your service, your solution. They're not sure if it's going to like quite literally work, okay, depending on what you sell. Or here's a big one that most salespeople have no idea. They have uncertainty in themselves. Meaning, let's say if you sold SaaS, maybe they say, I'm not sure this will work for me because they feel like they don't know how to operate it, okay? And they're uncertain in themselves. It has nothing to do with your solution, okay? Or let's say they have uncertainty. Let's say you sell some type of training program and they believe it's a really good training program, but they believe that they can never be successful because they have what's called an inferior complex. So if you don't know that, you're going to lose that deal most of the time, no matter how great your product or service is. I don't want you to have to do that, okay? Or in rare circumstances, it can be a smokescreen. This is very rare though, very rare. It's mainly they're uncertain in you, like they don't believe you can like do what you say you can do. They're uncertain in your product or service, or a lot of times they just don't have faith in themselves. They're uncertain in themselves. Uncertainty leads to what? Objections. Uncertainty in the mind leads to objections. Now, what do you do about it? Because that's why you're watching this video, okay? You need to clarify what that actually means. So when a prospect says, I'm not sure this will work for me, do you really know what that means? Unlikely, because even if the last 7 prospects, it meant this, for this 8th prospect, it could mean something different in their mind. And if you just assume you know what they mean because other prospects told you that, that is the death of salespeople. That's why you lose a lot of deals that you should be making that I know you want to make, okay? So first you got to clarify what they mean. I might say, oh, in what way? That's it. It's just a clarifying question. It's very simple. Well, I don't think it'll work for me because of... And then they tell you why they feel like it wouldn't work for them. Now I know, okay, why they feel like it's not going to work for them. And now I kind of know what to do now, okay? So I'm not guessing. You never want to guess in sales. Now also, number 2, what do? I need to build them into the identity. This is important for you. Make sure you write this down. I need to build them into the identity of the prospect who becomes a buyer. Now, if you're one of our clients in our mastery training programs, we go really into depth that for your industry, where we show you how to, from the very first words out of your mouth to the close, no matter if you sell B2C, B2B, door-to-door, B2G, doesn't matter, how to build each prospect into the identity of the person who becomes a buyer. Now, why is that important for you to master how to do this? I think Sigmund Freud said it best. He said, I'm going to paraphrase, people do who they believe they are. So what he talks about is people make decisions based on the identity of who they believe they are. Let me give you an example of this. Alcoholics Anonymous. Because they always say, I've been an alcoholic for 30 years, what identity do they still believe they are? An alcoholic. And so because they believe their identity is an alcoholic, they likely relapse. But if I just said, you know what? I don't want to drink anymore, I start to shift my identity into a person that just doesn't drink. I'm a non-drinker. I just don't drink, okay? My identity now, I'm going to base my decisions on my identity is I don't like to drink. So why would I drink? But if I say I've been an alcoholic for 30 years, your identity is still associated to being an alcoholic, and people do who they believe they are. That's why they relapse. You kind of seeing how this works. So if you have a prospect that believes they never make decisions on the spot, that's their identity, and you don't build them into the identity of the prospect who makes quick and smart decisions because they're smart, then more than likely you're going to get that same rejection. So we'll go over more examples of that in other training. So how do I do that? Okay. Here's another clarifying question that builds certainty as well. Okay. So they say, I'm not quite sure it'll work for me. Now, this is going to have to be tweaked based on what you sell. Okay. Oh, what would what would cause it not to work for you since it's already working for companies in your industry right now? Now, why would I say that? See how I flipped the frame, okay? Now, I want to build certainty. What causes me to build certainty? Well, this is one thing, since it's already working for companies in your space right now. If you sell to a business, if you sell to a consumer, what would cause it to not work for you since it's already working for people that have this illness that you have? See how I can do that? I'm just implying, hey, this is already working for people in your situation. What would prevent it from working from you? See how I'm doing that? Now I'm acting like I'm confused and I'm concerned. What would cause it, I guess, not to work for you since it's already working for people that are going through the same things you are? Okay, see how I'm building certainty? It's already working for people, okay? Rather than me trying to prove it, I'm asking them why it wouldn't work for them since it's already working for this type of person that they are, that identity, okay? Are you getting this, all right? Hey guys, Jeremy Miner here. Look, a lot of you leave comments wanting me to help you sell more. So the easiest way to get a hold of me, the quickest way, is to text me. So text me right now. It's 480-637-2944. So 480-637-2944. Listen, I started this company to help you learn how to close more deals, but do it the right way. Text me right now. Let's get back to the training video. After I say this question, if I can see them, okay, because I'm going to read their body language and then start to think about it, and it's taking them a long time, like it takes more than a couple seconds, I might say, hold on. Maybe it wouldn't work for you because of your hair. I mean, you do have blonde hair. It only works for people of like purple or like pink hair, right? Is it your hair? And I'm just playful, okay? And they'll be like, oh, no, gosh, and it almost frees them up where they let their guard down, where they're kind of saying to themselves like, oh, why would I even say that? Of course it's going to work for me. Why would I use a playful tone there? Because your tone is how the prospect interprets your intention behind everything you say and you ask. So I'm doing that strategically because when you get somebody to laugh, scientifically, it releases what's called dopamine in your prospect's brain. Do you want the nervous system to calm down, relax? Yes, if you want to sell way more than you are right now. It's very important for you, okay? Now, let me give you another example. Let's say if they say, I just don't think I'm going to have the time for this, okay? How do you know that they know how much time it's going to take to go through that training or whatever you have? So I need to find out, how much time do you think you would need? Because what if they thought they needed 20 hours a week and they're like already working 50 hours a week? They're like, I don't have time. I got to take the kids to the games. I got to work. I don't have time to learn this language. I don't know what they mean by that. So I would say, how much time do you think you would need? I don't know, like 2 hours a day. Well, I mean, our clients, they don't really take 2 hours a day when they start because they're busy like you. They're working 50, 60 hours a week. They're taking their kids to all the games. I mean, they're doing maybe 20, 30 minutes a day, sometimes where they're just driving around in the car. Would you be able to put 20 to 30 minutes a day in to master Mandarin? So when you do meet your new in-laws, they actually you can actually talk to them. See, I'm just going to repeat back the end result. So let's say this guy, he's engaged now. He's going to fly over to Asia. His in-laws only speak Mandarin. He's afraid that he's going to look bad if he doesn't learn a little bit of it. See how I'm focused on the 20, 30 minutes a day so that you can, and I'm repeating back the end result of whatever it is, whatever they said they wanted. See, it's not, do you have 20 to 30 minutes a day to go through a course? Do you have 20 to 30 minutes a day so that you can really learn how to run your Facebook ads better so you can grow the business? Or I could say simply something like this. Yeah, because typically, clients really come to us so they can actually save that 5 to 6 hours a week to work on other projects they actually have. So let's say if I sold some type of SaaS, okay, and they're manually having to do something and it's taking them 5 to 6 hours a week to manually input data, and that's causing them not to be able to dedicate this 5 or 6 hours a week to get other projects done, okay? And so they're afraid that they're not going to have time to learn how to operate this new software. That's their fear, okay? But this obviously doesn't get solved unless they take the time to learn how to operate that software, to automate everything. See, I'll just give you different examples here. So this is what's called an intention frame. It's an identity frame. So I'm going to give you just a few examples here on identity framing, on what you can do here. And that's why I love working with department heads like you, because you know that once the time is gone, you can never get it back. So department heads like you, they're always looking for services that they can implement and systems they can implement to automate it so it actually frees up more of their time. Is that why you came to us? See how I'm getting them into that identity of the smart department head, forward thinker, who has to make the hard decisions themselves, that knows to save time, they actually have to bring in systems so they can actually have that time. Okay, see how I'm rewiring the brain there, okay? Now, if you want to master this thing we call selling, go and hit the subscribe button. And you probably have questions, so I do free up our phone number here. So just text us 480-637-2944. Myself, one of our sales trainers, will get back to you within 1 to 2 business days. Any questions on what I just went over here, or maybe some other stuff. Hope that helped you. I'll see you on the next video.